Welcome back to my channel Math School. In today's video, let us solve the example 1 from chapter 3, pair of linear equations in two variables. In my previous videos, I have completed the chapters arithmetic progressions, quadratic equations, triangles and real numbers. If you have not watched those videos, do find the link in the description box below or click the I button above. Quickly, let us begin with the video. Example 1 from chapter 3, pair of linear equations in two variables says, Akila went to a fair in her village. She wanted to enjoy rides on giant wheel and play hoopla. I'm sure you have seen this game if you have been to a fair. It is a game in which you throw a ring on items kept in a stall, and if the ring covers any of the object completely, you will get that object. So the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. If each ride costs rupees 3 and a game of hoopla costs rupees 4, how would you find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla, provided she spent rupees 20? Represent this situation algebraically and graphically, or it is geometrically. So here, first of all, let us understand the question. Akila has rupees 20 with her and she goes to a fair in her village. There is a ride, giant wheel and a game, hoopla, which she tries. So how does she spend this rupees 20 to have a ride on giant wheel and to play hoopla? Let us find out. Okay, so it is given the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Each ride of giant wheel costs her rupees 3 and a game of hoopla costs her rupees 4. So now we have to find out the number of rides she had and how many times she played hoopla with the amount she had, that is rupees 20. So let us first assume the number of rides she had taken on giant wheel be x and number of times she played hoopla be y. Okay, and then let us form the equation and then we will find out how much money she spent on hoopla and how much money she spent to have a ride on the giant wheel. Okay, so here we have to represent the equations algebraically and geometrically. Writing down the equation will give you representing the situation algebraically, and then we have to draw a graph for the equations we have written that will give you the representation in geometrical form or graphical form. Okay, so let us first write down, let the number of rides Akila had on giant wheel be x. Let number of rides Akila had on a giant wheel be x times and number of times she played the hoopla be y. Okay, so let the number of times she played hoopla is equal to y times. So now they have given us two conditions. So here they have mentioned the number of times she played hoopla is half the number of rides she had on the giant wheel. Write down, since it is given number of times she played hoopla is equal to half the number of rides on giant wheel, right? Since we had assumed number of times she played hoopla as y, so y is equal to half into number of rides on giant wheel, that is x. So we got the first equation, y is equal to half of x. So let us name it as equation 1. Then the second condition what is given in the question is, if each ride costs rupees 3 and a game of hoopla costs rupees 4. Since she had x times ride on giant wheel, so we will take the total money as 3 into x, right? So 3 into x is the total money she spent on the giant wheel. Since per ride she paid 3 rupees plus, and a game of hoopla cost her rupees 4. So 4 into number of times she played hoopla, that was y. So 4y is the total money she spent on hoopla and 3x is the total money she spent on giant wheel. So adding these two will give you the money she had with her, that is 20 rupees. Together she spent rupees 20 on both the ride and the game. Okay, so let this be equation number 2. So from this equation 1, we can also derive another equation. That is, we can write in the general form of a linear equation. General form of a linear equation I have already explained you in my previous video. It is of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a, b and c are the real numbers, and a and b should never be equal to 0. So let us write in this general form of linear equation. So let us write this equation 1 in the general form. So let us keep this x and y on one side of the equation. Cross multiplying and sending this 2 to the left hand side, you will get 2y is equal to x. Now sending this x again to the left hand side, you will get 2y minus x is equal to 0. Right? So this we have derived from equation 1. So let us name this as equation 3. So now from using equation 1, let us form a table by substituting the value of y. Let us obtain the value of x by forming a table. Okay, so from equation 1, which is given as y is equal to half of x. So if we put y is equal to 0 in the equation, if y is 0, then 0 is equal to half x. Now if this 2 goes to the other hand side, again 2 into 0, it will become 0. So therefore we will get x is equal to 0, right? Similarly, if we put y is equal to 1, so 1 is equal to half into x, sending this 2 to the right hand side, we will get x is equal to 2. So draw the table for this equation. So this is x and this is y. So when y is equal to 0, we have x is also equal to 0. When y is equal to 1, we have x is equal to. Similarly, let us draw the table by substituting the value of x and y in equation 2. Okay, so if you take from equation 2, we have 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So here again in this equation 2, we have to substitute the y value and find out the x value. So let us bring this equation in a form such a way that we send the y term on the right hand side and we are just left with x term on left hand side. So let us send the y term on the right hand side. So we get 3x is equal to 20. Sending this plus 4y to right hand side, we will get 20 minus 4y, or x is equal to 20 minus 4y divided by 3. We are doing this so that it becomes easy for us to find out the x value when we substitute the values of y. So similarly, let us substitute the value of y now. If y is equal to 0, what is x value? So x will be 20 minus 4 into 0 divided by 3. This becomes 0. So you are left with 20 divided by 3. So dividing 20 by 3, 3 6 are 18. 2 comes down, again put a point. So 0 is added. So again 3 6 are 18. So this number is a recurring number. You get 6.66666. So let us just take 20 by 3 as 6.6. So the second number, if we substitute y is equal to 2, always remember we should get a whole value for x. So 20 minus 4 into 2 divided by 3. So you will get 20 minus 4 2s are 8 divided by 3. So what is 20 minus 8? It is 12. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, right? So we got y is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4. Similarly, let us substitute y is equal to 5. So x will be equal to 20 minus 4 into 5 divided by 3. So 20 minus 5 4s are 20 divided by 3. So 20 minus 20 is 0. So 0 divided by anything is again 0. So let us draw the table again for equation 2. We will take first x value, then the y value. For y equal to 0, we got the result as 6.6. For y equal to 2, we got 4. Again for y equal to 5, we got 0 again. Okay, so this is how we draw the table first from the obtained equation, and now let us plot on the graph. So this is the graph. I'm sure you must have learned how to plot graph in your previous classes. So first let us draw the x-axis, which is horizontal, and let us name it as x and x dash. Similarly, let us draw y-axis, which is a vertical line, and name it as y and y dash. At the intersection of these two lines, we obtain an origin. We mark it as 0, from where on the right hand side we take the positive numbers, and on the left hand side of the x-axis we take negative numbers, that is -1 to -8. Similarly, on the y-axis, on the top we get all the positive numbers from 1 to 8, and below 0 we get negative numbers from -1 to -8. We draw x-axis and y-axis given a graph. So here we have to plot the tables obtained from equation 1 and 2. Let us plot the graph by using the values from the table obtained from the first equation. So the first equation we wrote in the standard form in equation 3. This is from equation 3. So now let us plot the values of x and y. So now when x is equal to 0, y is also equal to 0. So this point we will get at the origin, where at the x-axis it is equal to 0 and at y-axis it is also equal to 0. So here we will get the point. So let us name this point as it is 0, 0, where x is equal to 0 and y is also equal to 0. Now let us plot the next point from the table, where x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So on the x-axis we should take 2, and on the y-axis we should consider 1. We get the point here where x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Okay, so let us mark this point as B. So we will draw a line through this point A and B, representing the equation x minus 2y equal to 0. So on this line we will write the equation x minus 2y is equal to 0. Now similarly, let us plot the graph from the table obtained from equation 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So this we obtained from equation 2, right? So here we will always consider the whole numbers. So we will not take this value at y is equal to 0, x is equal to 6.6. So let us just take these two values when y is equal to 2, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5, x is equal to 0, so that it will be much easier for us. The first point, at x is equal to 4, we have y is equal to 2. So on x-axis take this point 4, and on y-axis we should take the point 2. So at this point we have 2, 4, right? So let us name this point as Q. Now similarly, let us point at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 5. So at x-axis we have to take 0, and on y-axis we have to take 5. So 0, 5. So let this point be P. Now let us join the 2 points P and Q, and let us draw a line representing the equation 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. This line represents the equation 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So here you observe that the two lines representing the two equations are intersecting at the point 4, 2, right? So this is how we represent the two equations, x minus 2y equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y equal to 20 graphically. Okay, so this is how we solve the example 1 and represent the whole situation graphically. So if you have any further doubts, do comment me below in the comment section. In my next video, I'll be solving example 2 from chapter 3, pair of linear equations in 2 variables. So till then, do like my video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button below to get the latest updates of my videos, as I'll be completing the whole syllabus for class 10th SSLC NCERT math. And also do watch the related videos of chapter 3, pair of linear equations in 2 variables shown on the screen. Thank you.